Hey everyone, and welcome back to the lavish lifestyle. He's one of the hardest working people in show business. He's strong, smart, and talented. It is all about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Yeah, The Rock is one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood. According to Forbes, the former WWE made $124 million in 2018. He also endorses products and runs his own production company where he creates starring vehicles for himself, like Rampage, Baywatch, Skyscraper, and Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. This man knows exactly how to enjoy himself and spend his hard-earned cash. Today we're going to be talking about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and the way he earns and spends his millions. When you're one of the highest paid stars in Hollywood, you know how to spend money on all those little luxuries. Have you ever wondered what someone worth $220 million splashes their cash on? It's not just massive mansions and fancy cars, as The Rock certainly knows how to have a bit of fun with his money. Make sure you stay until the end because this information is really incredible. How Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson earns his millions. Before starting talking about the way The Rock spends his millions, let's talk about the way he earns it. Johnson is the world's highest paid actor thanks to big paydays for forthcoming films like Black Adam and Red Notice. The former wrestling star can command more than $20 million per movie, thanks to a string of box office hits. He also cashes in on small screen programs, including the NBC competition show The Titan Games and upcoming series Young Rock. Known for spending tons of time at the gym, his successful Under Armour line Project Rock sells clothing, shoes, and headphones. For the period between June 2018 and June 2019, he earned a staggering $89.4 million. As it is obvious, his salary from movies forms a big chunk of his income. Part of that global success is the fact that no other movie star is willing to hit the road as hard on international promotion tours as Johnson. This guy sings for his super every time out, and you have to respect that in an increasingly global movie marketplace. Even though he might never win an Oscar for his performances, he will continue to be the most valuable Hollywood actor. How Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson spent his millions. So, as we know the ways he earns his money, we're going to talk about how Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson spent his money. Number 1. Food and diet and cosmetic surgery. You might not think about it when you look at him, but Johnson reportedly had a little help in shaping his body. The time he spends in the gym is unquestionable. Just look at his social media feed. But there was something about his body the gym just couldn't fix. His chest was carrying a little more bulk than he wanted, so when it wouldn't shift naturally, Johnson had liposuction. The difference might not be noticeable, but it gave him the confidence to become the biggest star in the world right now. To stay always in shape, The Rock has a demanding and particular diet. To maintain his physique, he eats more than 5,000 carbs a day, sometimes across up to 7 meals. He'll have massive carb-up nights where he just loads up on sushi. All in all, he eats about 10 pounds of food a day, which is not really cheap. It costs much money though. In 2015, he revealed his diet to Muscle and Fitness and 538 counted it all up and found that Johnson consumes 821 pounds of cod in a year. Given that cod goes for about $1.75 per pound, that means he was spending about $1,400 per year on fish. But early 2016, Johnson told Business Insider's Dave Mosher that he cut cod out of his diet. He also loves spending money on his skincare regime. One of The Rock's skincare products is thought to be the famed La Mer cream, which costs an astounding $300 per pot. To give himself a break from eating healthily, Johnson regularly schedules a cheat day, allowing him to break from his strict diet. One of his favorite cheats is sushi, and the former professional wrestler loves to update his social media followers on his eating habits. He regularly shares pictures of sushi stacks like these before devouring the lot. While he might drop $300 on a pot of cream, he also likes to buy regular stuff too. Johnson admitted his most bought item is Neutrogena Deep Cream Face Wash. Number 2. Custom cars. If you're going to earn hundreds of millions of dollars, then some of that cash is going to have to be spent having a blast. One way Johnson likes to get his heart racing is to spend millions on his exotic car collection. Pagani Huayra, The car, which is custom-made, so the price can vary, but a regular Pagani Huayra is around $1 million. But even though it's custom-made, Johnson said on Instagram that he's too big to properly fit in. Car blogs have identified several expensive cars in Johnson's garage, but his favorite seems to be a monster truck like Ford F-150 pickup with custom modifications. It's a vehicle he can easily get in and out with his 6-foot 5-inch frame. It's fitting that the Fast and Furious star loves such an aggressive-looking car. He also bought his dad a bunch of trucks. In 2016, Johnson wrote an Instagram post talking about his father's difficult life and how he never asked for much. Over the years, I've moved him into a big home, got him trucks to drive, which he'll literally drive into the ground until I get him something else, Johnson wrote. Hell, I'll get him anything he wants, but the SOB just won't ask. In July, he bought his stunt double a giant custom pickup truck. Over the course of my career, my stunt double and cousin, Dywane Reed, has broken multiple bones, severed tendons, torn ligaments, and just been an overall dominating badass, achieving several Stuntman of the Year honors, he wrote in an Instagram post. I had this custom pickup truck delivered just in time to surprise him. He is still recovering from a stunt injury, while we give what he thought was going to be an interview about our careers together. Number 3. Real estate. Like many of the most famous celebrities, Johnson needs a fancy place to live, and this is the place he once called home in Miami. Johnson is a relatively high-volume home buyer and seller for a celebrity. In the past decade or so, he's sold more than 10 homes, mostly in Florida. Among them is a 6-bedroom home in Hidden Hills, California, which he sold for nearly $4.9 million in 2012. He also bought a $5.5 million Miami mansion in 2014 and commissioned a $1 million addition. The mansion in South Florida cost $4.5 million and comes equipped with more than enough space. The backyard alone is 2.5 acres, while the entire property spans across 13,000 square feet. With 5 bedrooms and a garage big enough to fit 6 cars, the Rock's money was well spent. Johnson also owns a farm outside Charlottesville, Virginia. He goes there after grueling shoots to relax and reconnect with nature. He often posts photos on Instagram of himself, fishing in his pond, hanging out with horses, and frolicking with his family in the grass. Locals sometimes see him in Gold's Gym in Charlottesville. Number 4. Charity. The Rock comes across as a generous soul, and with so much money coming his way, he likes to give back to others if he can. Although he's one of the busiest actors in the world, Johnson devotes plenty of his time visiting those less fortunate than him. In 2006, Johnson founded the Dwayne Johnson Rock Foundation, a charity which works with children with illnesses, disorders, and disabilities to improve their self-esteem and help empower their lives. It also helps with physical fitness and nutrition programs for children. Through his foundation, Johnson helps the lives of many children while also trying to help them achieve their fitness goals. Number 5. Tattoos. Johnson's body has become heavily tattooed in recent years. Now both of his massive arms are covered in ink, but they are not just meaningless works of art. The Brahma bull on his right arm has been redesigned to tell the story of the Rock's struggles in life. Then on his left arm and chest is a Polynesian tribal work of art, which gives a nod to his Samoan roots. His most recent tattoo was done by the world's renowned artist, Nico Hurtado, who charges over $200 per hour of his time. Number 6. Dream watches. To make sure he's able to keep up with his busy schedule, The Rock has bought himself some very expensive aids, his watches. Over time, Johnson has developed an expensive taste, and one thing he loves to buy are watches, with Rolex being one of his favorite brands. He owns a $35,000 Rolex and another cheaper, but still not affordable, $14,000 timepiece. Not content sticking to just one brand, Johnson also has a $12,000 Panerai Luminor watch in his collection. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the Lavish Lifestyle channel. Let me know your opinion about this video in the comment section below.